Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Healthy AF. I'm so glad you're here with me this summer. It's a hot summer. We are now in July, and we've passed Memorial Day, we've passed Independence Day, and we are in the hot of summer. So thanks for tuning in. I hope that this will keep some of those vacation drives a little bit entertaining for you, and I'll try to keep them family friendly. Today, we are going to be talking about a conversation that I have so regularly with clients and potential clients and group coaching participants. And it's around how we deal with our goals and goal setting. Now, I've done a lot of different podcasts on goals and goal setting. Today, I want to dial in on the measuring portion of our goals. So it's very common for people to come to me and say, I want to work with you because I want to lose 15 pounds. Great. Very clear. They've got this one little tiny goal. It's a laser point focus, and that's all they say they want. My next job as a coach is to figure out what they really think they're going to get when they get to 115 pounds. So ask yourself, when I get, to that $100,000 a year level, or that 120 pounds, or that size 6, or that 240 pound deadlift, or whatever that goal is, once I get there, what do I think is going to happen? Because that's probably what you really want to have in your life. And if that's what you really want to have in your life, you probably need to put some measurables around that goal. So it's super simple, right, to come into coaching. In fact, it feels kind of cool for me sometimes when we do coaching and it's super simple. Like, you want to lose this, you're eating that. You want to eat this way, you're exercising here, you want to exercise that way. You have clarity around what you want, and we just go after it. Okay, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Usually to make it sustainable, and usually because we're all human beings and we are dealing with a very fast-paced life and a complete lack of clarity, we pick this one thing that we think if we have it, all these other woes will be solved. And then we get it, and those woes indeed are not solved. They are still there. And then we think something's wrong with us because now we've just achieved that goal and we still feel like poopy. I hope you can relate to that. Most people I know, including myself, can really relate to working so hard at getting that thing and then getting it and it not meaning what we thought it was going to mean. So the question is, what do you think is going to happen when you reach that goal? And this is a great question. You can just work with yourself on. This is a great journal prompt. If you want to take some time looking at what do I think is going to happen when I meet my soulmate? What do I think is going to happen when I finally become a mom? What do I think is going to happen when I finally get married, when I get that big promotion, when I lose 15 pounds? Really apply this question to anything and then take some time writing about it. So as I look at most of my clients who come in with a weight loss goal, and this is just easy peasy lemon squeezy. I know most of the people who are listening to me have at one time or another wanted a specific weight goal. So that's why I'm using this one. It's just an easy example. I hope everybody can relate to it, but you can apply it to anything. When they come in and they want a specific weight goal, I want to lose 15 pounds. And I ask the question, what do you think is going to happen when you lose that 15 pounds? That's when we start getting into the real juice of why they're doing what they're doing. So it might sound something like, typically it sounds something like this. Because I want to fit into my clothes better. Okay. because my doctor has said that I need to lose some weight. Okay. Because I'm afraid that I'll keep gaining weight. And as I age, I won't be able to get it off. Okay. Because I've got these favorite clothes that I always wear, and now I can't wear them comfortably, or I don't feel like I look as good in them. Okay, great. And those are all fair answers, right? Like I want to feel good, I want to look good, I want to be in my clothes. I don't want to have joint pain. I don't want to continue getting bigger. I don't want to have chronic health issues. My doctor said I needed to, and I want to make an effort, right? All of those are great answers. There's one big fatty answer that's a little bit deeper that's usually underneath all of that. And it's because when I walk across my bathroom, buck naked, out of the shower, in front of my mirror, I want to look over there and really like her or him. Yeah. I want to feel like I like my body, and I want to feel like I know my body. I might even want to feel like my body is awesome. And that's a whole different level than I want to lose 15 pounds. You can see it's a pretty big jump to I love my body from I just want to be 15 pounds smaller. So why is it important to look at all these other things? Now I also like to ask clients what if they say like I want to fit into my clothes. Great. What's that piece of clothing that you have that you love to wear and it's getting snug and you don't like that? What's that one piece that we can use to measure? I'm not talking about your yoga pants. I'm not talking about the things that stretch, right? I'm talking about that dress that at a certain size you can wear with panties and not have a panty line. But after a certain size, you've got a few more bumps and lumps than what you feel comfortable with. I'm talking about that piece. That's a great measuring tool. So we can use the scale to see if you're getting where you want to get to on your weight wise, right? We've set a weight goal. I want to lose 15 pounds. Great. So easy to measure. Pop on a scale, see what you're doing. But really, when you want to hit those other things, there are other things to consider. Like if I said to you, yeah, you actually are going to lose weight, but then you're going to change shape enough so that those clothes don't fit you or look good on you. Is that okay with you? And usually the answer is no. Or if I say to them, yeah, we can take that weight off, but your nutrition is going to suffer and it's going to flare up your, whatever, rheumatoid arthritis. Is that okay with you? No. We're going to make sure that we decrease your caloric intake and you're going to lose the 15 pounds, but actually your bone density scores will go down and your muscle mass and your strength will go down. Is that okay with you? And usually the answer is no. So when we look at all of the things that we want inside that one little goal that starts out as, I want to lose 15 pounds, and really get granular on like, wait a minute, what's going to happen when you lose 15 pounds that's so awesome that you want that thing? Those are the things that we also need to be tracking. So we need to be trying on that dress every month or 2 months. We need to be tracking how confident you feel at your body's ability to perform tasks. Like, can you still deadlift? Can you still pick up your laundry basket? Can you still, run around and play with your kids and do all the things you wanted to do if that's important to you? I also think it's very important to quantify the qualitative data. Now, for those of you who did not have to suffer through graduate level nursing research, let me break that down. So there are all these things that we talk about that are kind of like hard to qualify. They are soft datas, and it's things like, how confident do you feel? How powerful do you feel? How capable do you feel? How confident do you feel in a bathing suit? How confident do you feel in your work uniform? How confident do you feel in the bedroom? How open do you feel in the bedroom? How often are you shying away from intimacy? And how often are you leaning toward it because of your body and concerns about how your body looks or functions? So we can measure those things too. It might feel like you can't measure confidence, but you can. It's not perfect. But when we start tracking it, we can see progress. What I see a lot of times is I'll just say to somebody like, okay, how confident are you in the way you look, where zero, scale to 10, where zero is, I can't even look at myself. I hate it. It makes me want to throw up. And 10 is like, girl, put me in front of a mirror buck naked. I love every inch. I'm finding the moles. I'm looking at the hemorrhoid, the gray hairs, the wrinkles, whatever it is. So between there, pick a number. How confident you feel about how your body looks. You can also scale how much you really appreciate your body, where zero is like, I hate my body. And 10 is, I really love her, whether she's 145 pounds or 165 pounds or 125 pounds. I'm really so grateful for my body, and I love her so much with the age spots and droops or sags or bulges. Those are things that typically people want, but they don't say they want. They want to love their body. They want to feel confident in their body. They want to feel free to be intimate and not thinking about, how horrible their body is. So it's important with any goal that we have that's just I want to lose 15 pounds. I want to make $100,000. I want to ask that question. What do you think you're getting? Because more than likely there's like a whole ball of other goals, feelings, material possessions sometime, connectivities, the big juicy ones that you're hooking to that one goal. I'm not telling you don't work on that goal. I'm telling you measure all the other stuff first, because it sometimes happens that you get all the other stuff as you're going toward completing that goal, and you may shift that initial goal. Maybe you've lost 15 and you're like, yeah, I really feel like I could lose 10 more. I'm not stressed out. I'm having a great time. I think my body is awesome. I don't need to lose, I don't need for my self-esteem to lose 10 more pounds, but my doctor says, 10 more might be okay. And so, yeah, I think I'm going to continue with that. It might be, I lost 8 out of the 15, and actually my clothes fit great. My booty's much like bouncier. I've put on some muscle mass. I am like feeling fabulous at work. I'm carrying the groceries up like a workhorse. And this girl, I'm so pleased as punch with this old girl. I think 8 is fine. I feel good. Okay, great. So that's what I have for you today. I hope that brings a little bit to you and a little bit of depth to creating goals that work for you. When we create goals that actually encapsulate what we actually want, not just the promise of something that we think we're going to get when we hit a certain number or certain, milestone, we can then be fuller in how we track things, and we can slow down and really measure the things that make a difference for us in our lives. And that's what I'm all about. Like at 130 or 115, I just want your life to be really super fantastic. And if you've forgotten, you are so loved. That's it for me today. I'll talk to y'all next week on Healthy AF. Thanks for being here. Give yourself some grace all day long and twice on Sunday. See ya.